Hey, what is going on, guys? Today I am sharing with you technically 11 plus mods for Assetto Corsa to get the Dakar experience. I'm going to go immediately up front and say that if you're wanting absolute realism, Assetto Corsa was never meant to have sand physics in the game, so you're not going to be getting the most realistic physics experience. However, it's of course still a lot of fun to throw these cars off of some skyscraper high sand dunes. Before we get into it though, I'd like to give a quick shout out to my second channel, JC Racing. If you want to see some broader sim racing content besides just Assetto Corsa mods, that will be your one-stop shop for it. You can find it in the top link in the description below. Now let's get on to the first car and stage. There's going to be 6 stages in this Dakar mod. I'm only going to be covering stages 2 through 6 because in my opinion those are the ones that are the most interesting. So let's start off here with stage 2. This has got a lot of rocks around it. It's pretty wide open in terms of the stage's width, but you're going to be dodging a lot of very tall and even some smaller rocks and boulders, which makes it a very unique experience. And truth be told, if you do this stage quite a bit, I'm sure you're going to be taking a different line almost every single time. One more thing, I do wish I could credit the modder who made all of these Dakar stages, but I genuinely cannot find their name anywhere in the download or the tracks or anything like that, so unfortunately I cannot, but they did a pretty damn good job. I mean, it's a desert, so you don't have a ton of stuff going on in terms of like vegetation and all that, but very good quality, especially for being such large maps. Let's go over now to the Audi RSQ E Tron. This thing is an electric Dakar, just true spirited off-roading beast that Audi made to kind of prove that electric cars can do the Dakar rally. This beast has 671 brake horsepower, a whole bunch of torque. I couldn't find the exact numbers for that one. It weighs 2,100 kilograms, so it's definitely not light, but this thing is a beast. It's got a lot of acceleration. Braking, not so good, of course, being such a heavy car with all the batteries and stuff like that, but still super fun to drive and a very cool looking car as well. Let's move on now to stage 3 of Dakar, as well as the CT4 Nissan Navara D22. So stage 2 is a lot thinner of a stage. It's kind of a little bit more in the realm of an actual rally stage. You kind of got one path that you're trying to stick on. You are going to have some boulders and some rocks in that path as well, so it's going to be up to you whether you want to risk just sending the car over the rocks hoping it sticks, or if you're going to go around the rock and maybe have a little bit of a slower time around here. This thing is just absolutely quite fun. It's kind of hard to see the path, but you do see it. You'll pick up on it where it is, and they do have some kind of weird thing where if you're not on the path, the car kind of like slogs. It doesn't really go any faster than whatever speed you started going off the path on. It's a little strange. Don't know how obviously, of course, realistic that is, but nonetheless keeps you on the path, and boy does it let you do some pretty fun sends. Now the Nissan Navara, this thing is quite a big Nissan truck that was converted over to this rally truck car, just Dakar beast, let's just call it that from now on. You can find both of these mods down in the description below. Now we move on to stage 4 and the Porsche Macan 18. Let's start with the stage. This is probably the most boring one in my opinion. It's pretty much just a straight shot for the most part. You got a lot of boulders that you can contend with, but it's also a little bit more open than, say, stage 2. So you're not going to be doing as much dodging and weaving. So not, again, as fun or interesting, but if you're really looking for a high-speed stage, you're going to be threading the needle and having to plan your routes as you go, then this will be a fun one for you to check out. Now we have have the Porsche Macan 18. This is, of course, once again, a Dakar upgraded Porsche Macan, which is their SUV. This one is a little bit of an older one, but this thing is a beast. If you've played Forza Horizon, I'm sure that you have used this car before in that. This is quite a beastie car. It only has a top speed of like 100 miles an hour. I do believe you can change that, though, in the setup, so if you are using this, you know, on stage 4, then you are going to be able to hopefully get a little bit more top speed out of it. You can find both of these mods down in the description below. Now we move on to Stage 5 and the Mitsubishi Eclipse Proto. Stage 5 has sand dunes. This one you're probably going to have a lot of fun with. The whole point is you're just flying over sand dunes. They're not super tall, though. You're going to have to wait for one more stage to get that. But super tall sand dunes, you're really going to be trying to maximize the efficiency of going up and down them as quick as possible, but trying not to roll over or spin out or anything like that, of course. So a super fun stage, and in my opinion, actually one of the best looking as well. Now we move on to the Mitsubishi Eclipse Proto. This is a Mitsubishi Eclipse, which is one of their SUVs, and it has been, of course, as always, upgraded to a Dakar monster. It's even got a snorkel, I believe, on it. I don't know where you'd really be using that, since I don't really think in Dakar there's a ton of water, but hey, it's there, and if you ever need it, I suppose that you can use it. I actually do quite like the look of this car, and it sounds quite nice as well. You can find both of these down in the description below. And for the final mods that we're going to be covering here today, we have the Stage 6 and the Mini Countryman. So Stage 6, Stage 5 had dunes. Stage 6 is that just completely on steroids. We have some dunes as tall as skyscrapers on this map, and just like I said with Stage 5, it's all going to be about maximizing the speed that you carry, especially going down the dunes, while also not risking falling and rolling over. This is a cool stage. It does have a part where it narrows out and then it opens back up again, so quite a few lines you can take through here. So definitely some replay value for you if you are looking to experience the stage many times over. This is going to be a fun one, especially just for screenshots to get cars flying in the air. Who doesn't love that? As for the Mini Countryman, this is a little Mini Cooper with a full Dakar rally spec. It's got big chunky tires, it's got big mud flaps, it's super high up, but it still is a Mini, so it's pretty damn miniature and small. Probably not the best car to take down Stage 6 because it's pretty damn small. You know, the center of gravity is going to be a little higher. You're going to be wanting to be in a car that's a little bit longer, a little bit of a longer wheelbase is really going to help you down Stage 6, but still a cool car nonetheless. This one also does have quite a few liveries as well if you're into taking screenshots or if you are trying to use this online or something like that, because all of these tracks do have multiple pits, so you and all of your friends can experience Dakar together. But anyway, that's all I really have for you guys today. If you did enjoy this video and downloaded any of these mods, a like and a sub would mean a lot. And I will see you all in the next one. Have a good one, guys.